Efforts there. Well, Hampson tapped it down to a dangerous spot. It's a free kick to Geelong.
Stokesy.
Wow, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Did they take the advantage, Bruce, do you think?
Well, it seemingly thought they did. So here's Stokes. Just got... He threw the ball out and then... It's sort of the same sequence of play, wasn't it? Continuous, but Stokes... To wrap it up, you'd think he's been combated tonight, Stokes. In fact, we had him off the ground for good, didn't we? We all thought that he was finished with a hamstring injury much earlier in this match. And from straight in front, is he? He has got it.
He's been very good, Matthew Stokes, up to 22 possessions now. That's his first goal, but he's been very lively. And we talked about when they were really slumping Geelong, their lack of speed. Well, tonight they've got great returns from that man Stokes together with Motlop.
I reckon Duncan's been good for them tonight as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, there's the coach. He'll join us on Monday for the preview of the big match between Collingwood and Melbourne, Chris Scott. They're finding themselves in a pretty strong position now, Geelong and Carlton. Well, they'll be 6 and 5 at halfway, and with a lot to do and a very, very tricky month coming up. Walker gets it from Collins. Long ball in, cruiser front spot. Simpson, who's been terrific, chasing hard. McLean under pressure, not a good handball. Cut off Stringer. He's got himself into the game. Gee, Duncan's been a good player today. Chapman back to Stringer. Well done. Sold a dummy and then kicks to full forward. Taylor worked underneath by Watson, and then Watson getting back. Has he got a handle on it? He goes over the top. Dygan. Well, I think he wants the boundary line, Dygan. Doesn't quite get there. Kelly. Still with Kelly. And now Kelly stops and waits. Good smother. We've seen a heap of those tonight. Robinson, ball held in. Dygan got rid of Corey. Well played inside. Stringer, and then Stringer going and just missing. And that handball, I think, coming from Guthrie and a behind.
120 points. Yaron to himself takes off, runs up to centre half back to Walker. Two speedy customers to a third now. This is Armfield. No one up ahead. Runs to the 50. Sends it long. Getting back on the angle is Henderson. Battles there with Lonigan. Lonigan and Henderson both go to ground. Hunter's back on the ground. Sets a task there for Scarlett. Socked away by Ellard. I think it's a goal.
All clear. Touched. All clear.
Touched. Well done by Scarlett then. It may have been an involuntary touch. Ellard got his boot to it. Well, no, he didn't. Scarlett's hand was there in the nick of time. Well played by the veteran.
On there, ready. Thank you.
Should know better than to go against Scarlett. That was great thinking. He and Dustin Fletcher in that situation, hard to bet against.
And a bit of footy between them. Scarlett actually equals Buddha Hocking tonight for games played for the Cats. They're right at the top. Bootsma gets it from Collins, and well, I was going to say at long last a Carlton goal, but so what have they got in the... They won 8 in the last quarter, the Blues. 1 goal, 8 Carlton in this last quarter. And 4-2 at the other end by Geelong.
Haven't been able to take their chances, really. Geelong, Carlton, I should say, Geelong have just been much more accurate and much more coming through centre corridor. A lot of inaccurate shots from Carlton.
We'll talk about this at the end of the night, but Geelong are still probably at the end of the night about where they were at the start of the night in terms of their convincibility.
Yeah, that's true, in terms of where you think they are in the competition.
And for the Blues, I felt like tonight they had a real shot early, didn't they? They really played well in the first quarter and a bit, but, well, it's at the moment they're looking down the barrel, aren't they? Short on numbers of a lot of their stars are out. No Scotland tonight, no Murphy tonight, no Carazzo tonight, no Waite tonight. Gee, there's a lot of disposals on 3 of those 4 and a lot of high marks on the other one. Bartel well played.
Close to the boundary line, Selwood, brilliant third term, wins the footy. Gives it across to Mackey. All the time in the world is Scarlett. Scarlett goes short, finds Hunt to Corey. Corey runs inside the centre square and comes out wide. This is interesting. Out on their own like a pair of office smokers there. It was Motlop and Simpson. Simpson socketed forward. Henderson's got it. Slips a hand pass across towards Ellard. Ellard came back looking for support. Simpson offered. Goes in short to Judd. Judd right on the 50. You knew Selwood would keep coming. It ricochets back to Judd. Has he got the carry? Not sure that he has. Was a touchdown there? No. Guthrie claiming he touched it. Nothing doing.
It's his 200th goal for Juddy now.
Yeah, they've decided definitely a goal. There's been a bit of...
I'll check it upstairs. I didn't see it.
One of the few times that Judge have been able to get the ball without a Geelong player a few steps away, he's just having trouble getting into space. When he does, he's still dangerous. But a lot of the footy under pressure just at this point of his career.
And Les, that's been really a lot.
Yeah, no, I think it's been fairly much the last 4, 5, 6 weeks at least.
So was it touched? Well, going through. So Judd's willed himself to 24 disposals, you feel, don't you? I mean, this last quarter he's worked so hard. Well, we're in a situation where the centre break becomes absolutely vital. It's 2 goals in just under 2 minutes, and Geelong get that centre break. And the danger, you would think, has passed. Stokes from Stringer to Johnson. What about Johnson versus Gibbs?
I think Gibbs has taken the honours in that game.
I think he certainly has. He's been pretty good though, Johnson, given that Gibbs is a good defensive matchup, similar size and shape, but he's kept working at it.
In 6 of the 10 games he's played, Johnson, this year, he hasn't kicked a goal.
Yeah, this is his first shot at goal.
Yep, he kicked 5, of course, last week. Now, he's been coaching everybody else tonight. But this is the other...
No one's going over to help him.
No. You don't tell Beethoven how to write a symphony, do you? But Stevie might need some help, but what a player he is. But tonight has been a fascinating duel with Gibbs.
Well, Steve Johnson was able to get free in the forward 50 then because Bryce Gibbs really rolled the dice, sensing the situation. They needed a centre clear to get on the scoring end, and that's why it was the uncontested march of Steve Johnson.
Carlton certainly a different side tonight than the last couple of weeks, but even so, they come up short. We're down to 34 seconds now. Margin 13, hard-fought victory for the Cats, but their situation suddenly looking pretty good at 7-4. Rosebery, just another terrific bounce. Selwood, third man up, thumps it about 25 metres. Well trapped down there by Garlett. Releases Joseph, runs away from half-back, a little chip to midfield. Hand pass came from Armfield to Robinson to Judd. Judd goes long, offline though, and through for a minor score.
So, tough draw for Carlton. I mean, West Coast have got a bye this weekend. Carlton have got to go to Perth on Thursday night.
Yeah, 6-day break from a team that's
have got a bye.
That's had the latest Sunday, so that's what about a 12-day break.
And this is a 6-day break. And I know when we called them against Adelaide here, they'd played on the Monday night, and Adelaide had 2 extra days, so they've had a little bit of a tough draw. Taylor, good mark. But the Cats are going to take the points tonight. It's been a good game of footy. Judd and Chapman together. But Geelong get to 7-4 with a solid performance on a Friday night. They keep the streak going against the Blues at this ground. Great duel, that one. Johnson and Gibbs. Selwood was fantastic.